Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Flagstaff Microlite 21 FBRS travel trailer. You guys picked a cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. Main thing I need to take into consideration is your slide. You got it out for you already. Leave plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path here. Then I want you to think about where your water and power connections are going to be. All yours are on your off camp side, right behind your tires. There's your docking station and your power. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. You got room for the slide to come in and out. Once you arrive, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. In front of your unit, you have a power tongue jack, night docking light. Simply lower or raise the unit until you've got it level. If you don't have power, there's a manual override underneath this button right here. There's your hand crank for that, so you can get this up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery post. Make sure your terminals haven't wiggled loose as you're going down the road. But you got your unit level. Next thing you do is stabilize it. Now your unit has power stabilizing jacks. Here's the control. You're just going to hit extend. As these come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks. They'll protect the feet from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop. You don't want to run these down just until they're taut. Once you start to feel any type of resistance, go ahead and stop. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. The two of these in the front. Control for your rear ones are right here. Extend them real quick, show you those work. Bring them back up. Once you got your unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. The way these new power cords go on, red means there's power to the cord. Push it in, twist it to the right, and then put on your black washer. Now at the end of that 30 amp service, should you need it, is a 30 to 110 adapter if you need to plug in at home. Got our power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. At campsites, we're hooking up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid into these. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come up here to the front of your off camp side to your water heater. All we're going to do at this point is make sure our drain plug's back in. Get that drain plug either nice and tight, and then you can turn on your water. After your water's been on for a little while, go inside and open up your hot water tap. That'll let all the air out of the lines. Once water's coming out there, go ahead and shut that off. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now there is an on-off electric element down here. The only time you want to turn this on down here, as well as indoors, is if you're hooked up to 110. Let's say we're going to go camping, we're not going to hook up to city water, we're going dry camping and need potable water. Just left your hot water heater is your potable water tank. Simply fill this up with a hose, no need for a water pressure regulator. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check your levels of your tanks. Hold your button down for your fresh water and that'll tell you when this is full. Just remember, when using this potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't use your water pump when hooked up to city water, it's already pressurized. I've got water and electricity hooked up to camp. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. So on your off camp side, you have this docking light switch. Your pass-through storage here. Potable water. Hot water heater. There's your fresh water drain. If you're using potable water, that's where you drain that tank. In your slide, you have some storage. Locked. Back here, you have a city water connect. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Your antifreeze inlet. That's where you winterize it. And cable and satellite hookups. There's your tanks. We'll dump them when we're leaving the campsite. The back of your unit's prepped for a Furrion backup camera. An outdoor shower. This is access to the back of your fridge. Spare tire with a cover. Here's your ladder. Utilize it and go up there and check your seams. Caulk as needed. Check it a couple times a year and maintain your roof. Come around to your campsite, your outdoor speakers. This is a vent for your microwave. It's also prepped for a TV out here. You can hook a TV on here. Here's cable 110. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. Down here's your low point drain. Right up underneath there, you'll open up both of those. And there's your LP quick connect. You have a table and a griddle that'll sit out here. Inside there's your little table that sits out there. Here's your big table you can put indoors. Your hitch work. It's also prepped for a solar panel. You can hook up a solar panel right here and it'll trickle charge your batteries. There's a cover for your propane tank. Propane is on a regulator. Simply lefty-loosey and point that toward the tank you wish to be using. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look inside your unit. As you come inside, first thing I like to point out is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming in immediately to your right, your interior lights, porch and awning lights, step lights. Up here's where you check your tanks. There's your new battery. There's the freshwater button. That's so you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. And your black and gray tanks, keep an eye on those. Here's where you can turn on your Wi-Fi booster. Here's where you turn on your water pump when using potable water. Water heater when hooked up to gas. Water heater when hooked up to electric. There's your tank heater. That'll turn on a pad on your tank if you're in inclement weather. Here's your awning in and out. And here's your slide in and out. I'm going to run your awning out real quick. Down here, you can go into Google Play, download the app, and you can run all your awnings and slides and lights from your phone. Down below that's TPMS notice. I'm going to send you a separate video on how to hook that up directly from the company. So your awning, you're only going to want to run that out till you see that flap fall down to 90 degrees. Once you see your bar there, you know you're out far enough. There's your LED lighting. We'll shut that off and we will retract your awning. Turn that back in real quick. Awning light so you can see it coming in. And awning's back in. It's coming inside your unit. Self-explanatory microwave up here. Coming over to your stove, you do have a light and a fan. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. Simply turn this to high. Hit your spark when your gas is on. There it is. There's your flame. Same thing on your oven. Just turn this to light it here, and then just set it at the desired temperature. No pilot light anymore. And below that, an oven light. So you know all your paperwork and your TST system will be up here in the cabinet, along with a couple remotes. We'll start with the remote for your television. We'll turn that on. A little note on your TV while it's coming on. When you get to the campsite, make sure this button's pushed in and the green light's on. What that does, it's a digital channel enhancer. It'll allow you to pick up more channels when you scan local channels. Soap operas are on. Shut that off. Down below that is your Bluetooth AM/FM IRV technology sound system. Turn that on with the remote. So Bluetooth AM/FM, set your clock. You can get your TV sound through a front audio. We're going to go back to AM/FM. So 3 different zones for music. Whatever's blue is on. Indoors, outdoors, all 3 zones. Mute all them, shut that off. There's a stand and a griddle that attach on that outside. Do you have a charging station here? Emergency exit window. Simply grab this and yank it out, that'll pull your screen. Your sofa, which you know jackknifes down into a bed. You also have the table out in the storage. I can sit up here and give you a dining table. This lighting up here, 1 touch for blue, or hold it in for a nice reading light. For your thermostat here, we'll turn on your air first. Now you notice when I shut your air off, your air shuts off quickly. Turn on your heat. Now your furnace just kicked on. I shut that off. It takes a few minutes for the fan on your furnace to shut off. It does on all chargers. A couple more things in the bathroom here. Turn on lighting. You do have a hand crank open multi-speed exhaust fan here. And your 110 with GFCI reset is in the bathroom. Lastly over here is your Dometic fridge. Open that up. Go up top for the controls. Push this in. Right now we are on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, it's running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it goes to gas. Or simply lift that button and it'll run off gas. Shut that off. Below your fridge on the floor down here, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. And to the right of that, your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this is 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector is it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, nothing plugged in charging your battery, go ahead and disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving and close up the unit. First thing I like to do is come over here and shut off my interior lighting. That shows me if I've left any individual lighting on, which the only one I have is the one over the stove. I'll turn my interior lighting back on. Now we're going to go slide in. Now before I bring the slide in, just make sure nothing's in the way. Nothing's going to impede the slide from coming in. Just slides in. Shut off your interior lights. Exit the unit. Now I'm bringing up these steps. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this little piece right here will catch on it. Simply set them inside. Pull back on that and lock that in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle, and your door is ready. Let's go ahead and unhook our cable and water. So water's unhooked. We can go ahead and get up underneath here and dump these low point drains. If we're out dry docking, dry camping, We'll get up underneath here and pull this fresh water drain. Come to our hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. It's going to let all the air out of your hot water heater. Once you're done, flip that back down or this door won't close, and then pull your drain plug. Unhook our power, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you take the sewage hose, comes your convenience pack, hook it up right here, and the first thing we're going to pull is our black handle. Black handle is going to be your sewage outlet. Now once it sounds like that's no longer draining, you're going to go ahead, grab the hose at the dump station, hook it up to your water pressure regulator, and hook right up here to your tank flush. Leave your black handle open, turn on the hose for a good 5 minutes and wash out that black tank. Get all that nastiness out of there. Once you're done with there, close that off, close your black handle and pull your gray handle. Your gray handle is going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers, and that's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Get down there, unhook your sewage hose, and conveniently store it in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Microlite for many years to come. Happy camping.